what I want to do here in this just half hour or so that we're going to do this here, I want you to drop as many dimes as you can in regards to the information that you know, that the information that the APA has done in really finding out all of the crap that goes on behind the scenes with these insurance companies and with these insurance claims. Because the fact is it's difficult, not just for us as public adjusters, contractors, attorneys, restoration companies. Obviously, it's hard for us. But what's the worst part is that it's hard on these homeowners that are going through some strenuous moments. That I've seen you out in Kentucky. I've seen you out in these places in swamp boots and swamp pants and doing everything you can to help these people out. So you, if anybody knows, first and foremost, but what do you got? What do you got here on the information that the APA has uncovered, that you guys have uncovered in finding out more about what's going on behind the scenes with these insurance companies?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, what we see is pretty scary. And obviously, we're going to discuss in detail at the conference. Thank you very much for bringing us there. We certainly want to start educating the professional community that assists policyholders at the time of loss, because we know that they're not being well served by the insurance industry. And in many cases, it's the vendors, the carriers are hiring the third-party administrators, the engineering firms who are slashing huge chunks off reports, who are creating fraudulent reports. These are the people that have what we call a check writer bias. A disaster comes, the losses come, and you get hired by a big carrier. Well, cha-ching, your fortune has just been made. And there is pressure on some of these individuals and some of these entities to tell the carrier what they want to hear, so they get hired for the next job. They get the next contract. So we're concerned. We feel like a lot of the problems are happening with the vendors hired by carriers. There's quite a few problems that are going on to the point of fraudulent activities that are seriously cheating consumers out of a fair claim. And one of the biggest concerns we have is the lack of action by Florida regulators to crack down on this. They certainly have no problem having the CFO step up and call public adjusters locusts, calling restoration contractors predators, calling for the dissolution of the Florida bar. He seems to have a problem with everybody whose interests are aligned with helping the consumer at the time of loss, and certainly does not appear to be a lot of motivation to go after carriers, to prosecute carrier-side fraud, to crack down on some of these abuses of policyholders that are happening on the carrier side.